Hello everybody and welcome back to Medieval Total War and our Turkish campaign where we are auto-managing everything and so far having a pretty good time of it. There are some downsides. We have recently basically concluded our war in our east with the threat of the Golden Horde. I think they are pretty much done for at this point. We just had a battle in which we invaded with the help of our allies, the Mamelukes from Egypt, and because they had the larger force in that battle, they got to keep hold of Armenia. However, we are not planning to maintain the alliance for very much longer. My goal is I'm going to get the Sultan down here, and he's got maybe a few good years of life left. He's an attacker. We're playing him kind of like an aggressive Sultan, and I don't want him to die leaving the Turkish Empire in a bad way with regard to the eastern border. And as you can see here, just based on the outline of what that border is, it's really not a good situation. Now, we are allied with the Egyptians, as I said, but that is probably not going to keep them out of our hair for very much longer. I'm thinking pretty much as soon as this castle falls in Armenia, which may not be very long, they may assault immediately. As soon as that falls, they may not have anything else that they need to do because, as you can see, the Egyptians are only at war with us and the French. I'm assuming they share a border with either the Almohads or maybe the Spanish at this point. I'm not really sure what's going on in North Africa. But we really can't afford to just let the Egyptians sit here. We need to take the fight to them because we need to start getting this territory locked down. Sort of a good 3-point defense system for the East is basically to hold Egypt, Constantinople, and Georgia, and then you can have forces in all of those 3 provinces, and that'll be all that you need to do as long as you can maintain a navy to keep out any invasion into the interior. Now, of course, we've gone a bit beyond that in the west. We've taken Bulgaria, we've conquered all the way up to Croatia, although I'm not sure that we're going to hold on to that. But the idea is for us to take Bulgaria, certainly Serbia, and to have, instead of a 1 province in the west, 2 provinces over here, at least for now. And there I'm thinking we're able to hold things on, and we've recently, acquired Georgia. We're also allied with the Russians to our north, and I'm thinking they will have some work to do in the future because they will be hopefully finishing up the Horde and maybe dealing with the Polish or rebels further into the north and west. But we really need to worry about our south at this point. I think as I said, we're holding things off in the west, but things are going to get very ugly in the south if we don't take care of the Egyptians. So I think what we want to do at this point, we're moving the Sultan down from Trebizond, which is where he started from when he assaulted into Armenia. He's going to join up with some other forces in Rum, and then we're going to decide on what makes the best target for our next move here. This all may be complicated by the Sultan's death, right? If he is to die of old age in the next couple of years, which could certainly happen, the new Sultan will be crowned in Constantinople, I believe, because that's going to be our capital. And we will have to then move our Sultan around if we want to actually fight any of these battles by hand. Again, all battles that are not led by the Sultan are auto-resolved in this campaign. That includes this one. Fortunately, we've got Bulgaria being invaded with just a 16-man unit of Royal Knights. I would really hope we can do this. Let's auto-resolve it, and yes, indeed, we killed 13 and only took 31 losses ourselves. Okay, and here's Croatia. The Italians are invading that. So, do I want to abandon the province? We could get these Slav javelin men potentially back down into Serbia, or we could continue to use them. Not that they're a fantastic unit, but just retreating to the stronghold, I guess that would inflict some losses on the Italians as they have to settle in for a siege. And so I guess the other question is, who's more of a threat, right? Like if I try to hold out against the Italians a little bit, that may be slightly weakening them to the slight advantage of the Hungarians, which is probably a good thing. So yeah, let's do that. Let's do the retreat to the stronghold. Because the Italians look fairly strong, and they're probably going to be the next big problem for us. They have sent a crusade through in the past, one of the past episodes recently, and so they're certainly capable of getting in our way. And they may have, you know, all of North Italy and maybe other territories as well. So, okay, we've lost Croatia. That's fine. We're under siege. And as I expected, we kicked out the Hungarians who were in Serbia, so we've got that back. Now I'm seeing a French crusade up here in Hungary, and that could be a problem for us. Let's see where that's headed. Okay, we did get some ransom there, only 94. All right, that's the King of Hungary dying. And Emir Shah has achieved his 7th rank. Wow. I'm sure a lot of that is titles. Okay, and yes, we've once again reconstituted the Turkish Empire because we put Serbia back under our control. Okay. Now, we were not going to hold Croatia anyway. This was, I think, at 21% loyalty with our men in it. So at least this is, you know, it's not something that we really wanted to have. But the Hungarians, it looks like they're now limited to 1 province. Oh, they probably have Carpathia, though. Alright, let's see where this crusade is going. It's going to Antioch. I wonder what would happen if I attacked Hungary right now. We've got a total of 1,200 or so men between these two armies. We could put them under the leadership of Emir Shah with his ridiculous 7 command stars. I never see it that high. I mean, yes, 2 of these are from Constantinople governorship. 2 of these are from the Admiral of the Fleet title. But, so he's got 3 stars anyway. That's pretty decent. I wonder if he's a historical figure. Anyway, we could bring them all up to deal with this. And, like, I think, you know, if it wasn't for this crusade, we might have a chance of forcing the Hungarians out and just getting Hungary. This is a new king. He's got low influence. Okay, and let's take a real close look at his units. So this is just a single Royal Knight. Here we've got similarly just 1 Royal Knight and nothing impressive. And here it's looking a little better. They've got some crossbows, or arbalests actually. Mounted crossbows. You know, some chivalric men-at-arms. They've got some of the armored spears. Some handgunners. I think we could just push our way over, though. And that might work out pretty well. And then we could have a lot of loot. I don't know that we would be in a position yet to really hold Hungary, but maybe. Let's check out our other alliances. We're allied with Poland, and we're allied with Russia. So the Polish, it looks like they're dealing with the Golden Horde. So they would be busy with that. We're not unfortunately allied with the Germans, but they're not allied with any of our enemies, right? And they are at war with the French. So if we go up there, we'd be doing the Germans a favor in a way. This is the problem, though. I just don't know what will happen. All right, you know what? Let's do it. Let's try it. This is an experiment. I'm going to leave behind just you, because your loyalty is good. And you can go here, and we're going to also leave behind a unit in Bulgaria. Let's see what other stuff we've been training in the meantime. Okay, I'll take you up. You can go to Bulgaria, and everyone else can go over here. Looks like Emir Shah is going to be in charge, which is good. I kind of want this guy to stick around. Emir al-Muizi. Prince of Bulgaria gives him 1 command. Master of the Sultan's Horse gives him 2. So he's another, like, 3-star general native. But he, unlike this guy, Emir Shah, Emir al-Muizi has acumen. He actually has some acumen, so he's got some utility as a governor somewhere, which he currently is, of Bulgaria. Okay, so I think this is all fine. We're going to be, you know, training units to replace these guys a little bit later. We've got an assassin here, which we probably need to find a better use for. Let's bring him someplace else that we have a port, preferably. But not a border fort. Okay, let's go up to Bulgaria, and we'll just try to keep our eyes on units like these guys, right? Although he might be a tough target with 2 stars, but we want to start getting our assassin some credit, right? Or actually, you know what? Well, how about this? We'll bring our 1-star spy into Serbia. And then we'll get our assassin down here and hopefully get some kills. Okay, we'll see what happens here, because if the French stick around and join the Hungarians, let's see how they're disposed. They're not allied with them. So I don't know what they would do. They may have to fight because they're here. And then I don't know who they would be fighting against. Would it be me or would it be the Hungarians? This would be a really interesting battle to fight in person, of course, but we can't do that. All right, we've got a ballista. Hey, that's pretty terrible. I wish we did not have that. What even makes that? Okay, here we go. All right, I guess that's good. Naphtha throwers. So we'll allow it. Let's bring the ballista over to Trebizond. And in Anatolia, yep, we've got you. I think we may keep you here. And some archers, sure. It is nice, though, that Khazar is not looking super strong. They're not building up their forces, the Russians. They are content, for the moment, to just hold on to what they have. So that's very good. In Georgia itself... Okay, so the Egyptians have taken Armenia, so I think this is our moment. We need to start moving in on them. I almost never just betray an ally like this for purely mercenary reasons. But what else is there, right? It is a total war game after all. So I think I will leave behind you because you, well, he's not very good. He's only got 3 command because of his Trebizond title, but I guess we'll leave him here just to do something, because otherwise we don't have like 100 men. So I think that'll be okay. All the rest of you, though, can come here, and then we may end up leaving Georgia, which is training Turkoman horse, which is very good news. All right, lots of good stuff that can be trained out of Georgia. So let's leave. How about this? We'll take... Yes, we'll take you, because we got archers all over the place. And I guess I'll also take you here. Materialist. Alright, that's fine. And then we'll go down into Armenia. Now, some of these battles are going to be auto-resolved, because I think we're going to be trying a couple of different things simultaneously here to try to overwhelm them. I want to attack into Armenia, and then I also want to attack, I think, into Syria. Syria will be... It's risky, but I think it's a nice target because it allows you to hit like 5 places. Arabia, Palestine, Tripoli, Antioch, Edessa. We'll probably get them to withdraw unless they move a bunch of other troops in. So who do we leave behind? Well, I guess we'll just go with probably one of our basic units of spears. We do have an awful lot of them. So we'll bring you behind for the 100, and then we'll take these 2 stacks. These are pretty decent. You know, arguably we don't need this guy here. General of the Divan. This does nothing, unfortunately. I mean, it gives him command, but it does not, it's not a lordship, and he's the kind of guy I would like being in charge. So we'll put him here. Maybe he'll get a title, because he seems like a decent fellow. And we got 5 archers. That's kind of useless, but okay. We'll bring him down. We'll hit... Yes, we will hit Syria. And then with this force, we're going to hit Armenia. Actually, this does not look good now that I'm looking at it. That's 1,000 men versus like 500. Okay, that's a bad idea. Well, they may move these guys down, right? They may try to move some of these men out of the way. I'll let the attack stand for the moment. And then I think I will actually move you over here because I want to make sure you can get where you need to be. And we'll take you as well. Okay. So this is a risk, for sure, because we're opening ourselves up to a massive counterattack potentially. Let's just see where it lands us. We're going to be taking a risk. You know, one way or the other. Whether we allow them to... okay, the Crusade moved out. Alright, the French... Oh, shoot. Okay, so a couple of things happened here. One, the king moved out of Hungary. I think I saw that. So the Hungarian king, we're not going to be able to kick him out of Hungary anymore. Here in Bulgaria, there's just no way. So we're going to go to the stronghold, which is very sad. And here we go. Yep. Alright, let's call off the attack. That's going to be bad. We're going to get some bad traits on some of these guys because we're asking them to retreat quite a bit. Alright, the Italians are assaulting, and we have to auto-resolve this, unfortunately. That would be a nice little place to defend. But, of course, we're going to lose it. We did manage to kill 89 of them, and they pillaged a bunch of stuff from us. Okay, so we're invading Armenia with Prince Murad. And they do outnumber us quite a bit. But, you know, you got to think, a couple hundred of that is just peasants. Command is equal between the two of us, and they've got archers that we could run down. Now, they do have a lot of cav, and I think that's... And they get camels. Camels are quite good, you know, against our cav. We don't have a lot of it. So maybe we will call off this attack, and I'm thinking that the purpose of this is as, you know, sort of a feint. We've kind of pinned these forces up here in Armenia, and we can turn around and get them next turn with the Sultan. So let's call off this attack. And Syria, they retreat. Okay, so we have Syria, but it's under siege. We've got enough money. I think I'm going to go for ransom. Alright, we got watchtowers in Trebizond. We've got a mosque in Nicaea. Great. And in Georgia, our town watch. And here's the plague. Alright. So this is the Black Plague. The Black Death, 1346. So right on schedule, I guess. We'll have to take a look at what that is going to do for our public order and income and things like that. Okay, so good news here. The Russians have stuck with us rather than the Egyptians. And the King of Poland also sided with us. Great. Alright, so this is okay. +3 morale, -1 command. I'll take it. This guy has been ransomed. And Emir el-Muizi, hesitant is bad, and eager to retreat is, you know, these are both very bad. Fortunately, the loyalty of these men is currently high enough that the -1 loyalty is not a big deal, although our Sultan will die, and then his successor is probably going to be much lower in influence, which means we're going to have to watch these guys. Okay. So the French are going to Antioch, and I'm not going to stop them. Right? I'm just going to be retreating out of the way pretty much all the time. Alright, the game really wants me to have assassins now, which I'm not a big fan of, honestly. I'd rather have troops. You know, we could theoretically be training lots of handgunners. That would be very nice. But let's move some guys over. Okay, we've got some spears. I don't really need those. Oh, we've got more spears here. Okay. Well, I'll keep them here for now. This is a sort of a unit that I could, I guess, use in the west. So, let's see what we're going to do, because now we can see around us in Syria. And we can see that the Egyptians seem to have their forces concentrated in the north right now. They could have a ton of forces over here, but I guess it seems unlikely. Probably they've concentrated up here so they could fight with the Horde and, you know, get troops ready to fight me. So we need to give some thought. He didn't get any bad traits for his feint, but we will have to, you know, consider that going forward. Well, how about this, actually? We just got a spearman here, so you'll go to Georgia, and then everyone else in Georgia can come back down. We'll try this one more time because now we've got more men to throw at it. Here we've got 622, so that's, we're like 800-ish. That's about equal to their numbers. And we've got 3 command, and they've got 3 command. And also, they may want to move down to hit me in Syria. Alright, let's do that. And sure, I guess we can bring the ballista along. And I will bring you as well. Loyalty here is just fine. Public order is also fine. 130%. We've got 100 spearmen here, of course. And here we've got more archers. Lots of archers. Okay, Emir al-Hassan. He's gotten his title, King of Serbia. Great. So that's very nice. So we could move all of these men somewhere else. I think I'll keep... Yeah, we'll keep the Saracen infantry. We'll keep the Futuas under the Lord here in Rum, and we'll move the rest of you over into Armenia. And that makes 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 1,000. That's about equal numbers. Is that going to be enough? Well, it certainly could be if I leave Syria and go right up to Armenia. Right? I think that's what we may want to do. Let's concentrate our forces and try to wipe out their strength as much as possible. So we've got all of our armies together now in Armenia. So that's a battle I could fight. If they'll allow it, we may get counterattacked and obliged to fight there. Okay, everything else I think is fine as it is, relatively speaking, but we do have to decide this. So yes, the Hungarian king moved into Carpathia, and there's a pretty strong looking force in Hungary. Here, though, I don't think I want to move. I want to keep everything basically the way it is here in Serbia. But yeah, see the loyalty here. He's a blackmailer and he's hesitant. So that's a total of -4 loyalty. So we'll have to really watch out for that. And here, you know, the good news is the French Crusade is going to move on, right? It's not going to be there forever. Here we've got some handgunners. Okay. Let's move them up to Serbia. And we'll get a nice force here that can just move back and forth. Should be fine. Alright, nothing else trained in the meantime. And let's end the year. I have not seen the Egyptian Sultan. Alright, we're getting attacked in Rum. Yes, we got Bulgaria back. Greece is invaded. Wow, okay. Shoot. All I've got is spears and handgunners. Okay. I don't think we're going to auto-resolve this one. So we'll go to the stronghold for that. And Constantinople, yes, back to the stronghold. Okay. Now, this is a battle we can fight. We outnumber them 2-1, so this should be a pretty good one. I'm not going to change the disposition of troops here because, again, there's a bug where if you do that, one of these other generals is going to take precedence over the Sultan. So I'm just going to jump right in. And I think this should be just fine. The hope here is that we get a nice, clean result with as many of our men left and as many of theirs dead or captured, so we can just press on south after this without having to worry about garrisoning Armenia. We may, though, have to swipe west and retake Rum, and we do want to be ready to move back into Anatolia because the Egyptians are definitely going to make moves in that direction too. Okay, we'll just attack in the good weather. I know they've got a lot of archers, but so do we, right? Okay, so ballista's probably going to be useless. Let's just set it here, put it on fire at will. And I think everyone here is looking good in terms of how they're set up. We've got just a massive line of Saracen infantry, and then we've got various archer types, Ottoman infantry, Turkoman foot, all in the front line, with our cav in the back. Spies of the port, with some Armenian heavy cav. So nothing too spectacular. There's very little in the way of horse archers in this wave. But we do have another wave coming, right? So they could be up here, which would be the most annoying place for them to be. They could be over there, but I think would have a slightly easier time accessing them. So let's then set up kind of on the hill. Actually, we can't. We're just going to have to wait. Yes. Okay, we'll go up here. All right, and they're probably going to decide... No, actually... They're going to let us shoot at him. Great. Okay, let's get the reinforcements. Let's get our flag set up right there. Oh, this is great. There's their Mameluke Cav and the Bedouin Camel Warriors. So these guys will not be as much of a problem given our current setup, right? Because we've got lots of spears. It's the Mameluke Cavalry that can swiftly get in amongst our own cav. And I think are better armed than the camels and some of their other units in terms of armor and protection against bows. But we've got a lot of spears. Alright, they are attacking our Saracen infantry. Our archers are skirmishing away. Very, very good. And these Ottoman infantry can, of course, double as, you know, infantry units, as melee types. Alright, how's the ballista doing? Okay, they're there. You know, I'm going to withdraw them. Here comes the front line. Let's see how these Saracens are going to hold up. And let's go to it up here. I think I'll get the Sipahis up and around. We don't want to get outflanked on the uphill side. We're losing in this fight somehow. Okay, winning easily, that's better. We do have to worry about this, though. We've got the Gulam bodyguards. Let's get down here. I think I want to go into melee here with our Ottoman infantry, with their axes. And let's get our Sipahi of the port around. Okay, let's go in. We got the general sort of unprotected there. With a swing to the right. Down here, things are holding currently. We do have camels, and if they get involved, we may be in trouble. How are the Ottomans doing? Pretty good. Evenly matched. They've got axes, so that was my thinking in sending them down here. Of course, they're vulnerable right now. Okay, how's this? Saracens, I think they're doing okay. Let's get these guys down. We'll hit them into those Mamelukes, and here we've got the Gulam bodyguard caught. Should be good. We've got 3 unengaged units of Spies of the Port currently. Yeah, the camels, my only hope here is that the camels, because they're attacking uphill, are not going to get into too much trouble. Alright, we should be taking out those Mamelukes at this point. There they go. Alright, now we can bring our other Saracen infantry over. Spies of the Port as well. Ottoman infantry, let's set them up here. And how's the left? Holding. But the Armenians are going to be worn out. Look at them. They were, I think, 60. So, yeah, camels can do a lot of damage to your cav. Alright, he's trying to withdraw, it looks like. And I would like to go after him, but we're going to get cut up by those Mamelukes if I send my 1 unit of Sipahi of the port. So we'll just play it kind of slow. We'll set up slightly to the right. Still getting enough height here so we can hit them. Let's see, we can't yet bring on troops. We still get those retreating ballista crew. Okay, over here, yes, let's throw in. Alright, I think we're going to be good over here with the Saracen infantry. And then we've got light stuff, right? All those archers can be shot up by our own archers or potentially other units. Let's go ahead and make sure we're actually engaged. Just 1 man left in that unit. Alright, these Turkoman foot are not doing anything right now. Bring them slightly closer, I guess. What's this? Mameluke's winning easily. Okay, let's send you, because I think they've mostly committed. What's all of this? Saracen infantry. They've got some, but not nearly enough as we do. This is some of their peasant units as well. Okay, so far that's clear. Here, let's send the Armenian heavy cav. There's really not many of them left. I'm going to reconstitute up here in the hill with the Saracens, though. Alright, now I think we can go around, wrap around, and entangle those Mamelukes. We'll go after their archers. What do they got coming? More peasants? Yeah. I think we'll be just fine. Okay, spies of the port. Yes, let's go after the desert archers. I want to get these ranged units because they can be annoying. What do we got? Okay, we got our 12 urban militia. Great. Alright, going into the trees with your heavy cav, typically not a good idea, but, you know, I'm not too scared by what I'm seeing coming down the line next, so I think we'll risk it. Let's get you over here. You over there. Right, what are you doing? You're going after peasants? Right, I would really love for you to go after archers instead. How about that? Okay, urban militia. There's a problem. 40 Bedouin camel warriors, 40 Bedouin camel warriors. Okay, so we can't get too aggressive with our cav, especially these slow heavy cav. So we will take, let's see, you, and where's the other one? Well, let's get you one at a time, I guess. I want to set you up here. And fortunately, the camels are also slow, so it will not, you know, they're not going to be able to catch us super easily. But look how long this guy is lasting. I mean, that's fine. Our guys are quite fresh. He's going to be exhausted. It's not like this is the Sultan or anything, so I'm not too terribly worried about capturing him alive. Getting the ransom. We just want to have a nice wall here so that we can stop those camels when they get here. There's our 12 urban militia. We do have crossbows, which is actually a nice unit to get at this stage. They're not going to run out of arrows easily. And, okay, we'll now get our Sipahi back up. Actually, let's send them over here. We'll combine them with the other unit. And they, together, can hopefully fend off Bedouins if need be. Let's go there. This might be a good time to use Ottomans, but I don't want to take them too far to the right and invite an attack from the camels. They're going to flank. So, again, I like just how the AI works in this game. You know, they're taking a nice flank. They're not going to just charge straight into spears a lot of the time. They're going to be a little thoughtful about it. So this could be bad for us, but also they're also it's Total War AI, right? So they'll do a bit of back and forth. Recalculating, I guess. Okay, let's keep you down here because we may need you to do some flanking at some point. You know what? Let's see if we can get unstuck from those peasants because I wouldn't mind trapping the Bedouins. I don't think they really want it. All right, there go the peasants. Now we will turn to the left if possible. Very nice range on these archers, though. We are able to hit them from way over here on the hill. What's that? Urban militia. So, okay, that's fine. Now, let's just get you guys a little closer. Alright, let's turn, actually. Yeah, see, now we're losing badly. What else we got? 30 peasants. they may not have much left. You know, I've got 27 units left. They had twice as many men as me. And actually, geez, I should have withdrawn you guys a long time ago. There's probably no use for 12 urban militia here. So let's just bring the crossbows up. We'll get them down like here. And yeah, let's run them over. Okay, turn, please, please, please. Fight the camels, fight the camels. Reform and fight the camels. Alright, I think we're going to need some support, though. Let's get our 12 Sabahis of the port. And let's get these guys, too. Okay, there we go, there we go.
General runs away.
Alright, do I want to chase them? Probably not. Because they could just turn around and cause trouble. So let's bring the spears back kind of where I want them. And Spy of the Port, maybe in the trees to hide. I always have this feeling that hiding your units in the trees is going to make them recover their fatigue faster. I do not know if that is true. Alright, the crossbowmen are just about in place. And it looks like the camels don't want anything to do with my cav. They're more interested in threatening the spears. Alright, so let's speed this up. Yeah, they're just getting close enough. And because their general is routed, or fled at least once. Oh, there we go. Let's get a little closer. And we've got some naphtha throwers, alright. Oh yes, more Bedouins. Okay, they're running away. Let's go after their bodyguard. Because I'm really not seeing anything else on the horizon. And let's use our Sultan too. This may be his last battle that he'll be able to fight in person. So let's see if we can get some action here. And I'm not seeing the enemy is fleeing the field message. Okay, here we go. Good. You just don't know, right? And you don't want to be suddenly facing, you know, 6 units of camels with your exhausted bodyguard. Okay, so there we go. That should be the battle for Armenia, and we should just get it outright because I don't think they've built a fort. Our Sultan, of course, did not get any valor, but he did kill 2 men in what may be his final outing. Okay, great. No problem with Armenia. And the nice thing, look at the borders here, is that if we do go back down and take Syria, Armenia is totally safe. It's totally surrounded by our other provinces. All right, here's Rum. I think we may want to auto-resolve this one. We outnumber them. We outvalor them. Let's see if we can hold out in the winter. Yes, indeed. Great. So we didn't lose any training time or anything there, so we may have a fresh new unit in Rum when we get back to it. But Nicaea, though, I would love to think that we could win this, but I think we won't. Oh, gosh, Nicaea, though. Nicaea. Is that the one that's in the west? Like, did they get a naval invasion all the way up here? Because I think Anatolia is the one in the middle. Yeah, Nicaea is right south of Constantinople. Oh, that's terrible. How did they even get there? Well, I guess they must have attacked with a ship. Oh my gosh, we've got to take them out fast and get a navy up and running. Okay, so auto resolve, or I think retreat to the stronghold. Oh gosh, Anatolia. Yeah, this one. Okay. Lots of horse archers. It's the Mameluke horse archers, which are interesting. They've got a good attack and good morale. Do we auto-resolve the defense? We've only got like 1 full unit of Saracen infantry. They've got spears of their own, and they brought a mortar crew. Let's retreat to the stronghold. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. And the Turkish Sultan died of an illness. Okay. Oh, no. All right. Okay, so this is good news. Whenever you get one of these pieces of information about how another faction is the richest or the largest military or whatever, I believe the province it is showing you is where the faction leader is located. But regardless, it's land that the faction owns. So this means that the Spanish are in Morocco. And that is good because it means the Egyptians are not, right? So so that's good, I think. And Amir al-Hassan has gained his 3rd rank in Rum. Oh, okay, and our Sultan is actually in Rum, probably because Constantinople is not a good place for a crowning at the moment. We've got a French crusade there. Okay, but you know what's interesting about this is the French are going to have to go down through Nicaea and Anatolia, and the French may make our lives actually easier. We will not have to retake these, potentially. So let's see what that's going to do. All right, and we do need to check our new Sultan. Yes, we've got eager to retreat. We're getting some bad traits. We're going to get some bad loyalty. Let's check out our new Sultan. This is, yes, Murad I, 39 years old. Great warrior and a hedonist. He is currently married. But I think the thing about the Muslim factions is it's exceedingly rare for them to be married before they take over. And the problem with that might be that, like now, if my guy is 39 and there's no other heirs, now he needs to start having sons, and then it takes 16 years before a son can come of age. So if he dies between then and now, it could be very bad. Now, I think there are a lot of other heirs, fortunately. So we're not going to, like, ruin our family line. But family lines can get very weird when you're playing as a Muslim faction because it can go down to brothers and cousins and things. I think a little more readily than it can if you're playing like a Catholic or an Orthodox faction where you can marry princesses and stuff. Okay, so his brother, it looks like, is going to be is the heir currently, and then Selim is also in this army. And then we've got a bunch of people, so we're going to get some more spies of the port very, very soon. But yeah, so 5 influence is not bad, but let's check out loyalty of provinces and, almost more importantly, loyalty of important generals. Okay, Selim Shah, that's not bad. That could be worse. 5 shields of loyalty. What do we got here? This is really bad. Oh no. Okay, we've got some good people, but he's not it. So, what do I do here? Well, we're doing auto-managed everything, right? So we're auto-assigning titles. I'm not doing any of that stuff. What I am allowing myself to do is actually move units around and, you know, armies and stuff, because I can't automate that. Part of me thinks that it seems a little cheaty to take this guy and just do that, because this drastically reduces the chance of civil war right there. Right, just removing him, so that now we've got loyal people in charge of the armies, where we've got a 0 loyalty guy not in charge of anything. That's much better, right? And what we could even do is disband this unit if we just don't want to deal with it. Hesitant is -2 morale. I think, though, that what I'll do is this. I'm going to start moving him to the east and sort of back towards the Sultan, and we'll just kind of keep him with the Sultan. Yeah, maybe it's a little cheaty, maybe it's a little against the spirit of the automation that I'm trying for here, but I'm going to allow it because we've got a lot of other problems and we may not get out of this campaign alive. So we need to recapture Greece, we need to recapture Constantinople, Nicaea, and Anatolia. We did get Armenia, so that's a plus, and we retained hold of Rum, and we did get a couple of other units trained. Unfortunately, it's like not the good stuff. Although here we did get Ottoman infantry. Gotta say, that's actually very, very nice. Let's bring the Ottoman infantry down to Armenia. While we're here, let's check some of these guys. Okay, Prince Selim is fantastically loyal. Very good. Prince Orhan is okay. Okay, and we've got the Sultan right here. So I think what we will do is leave you guys in Rum, and now we're going to go and try to capture Syria for real, and other stuff too, like maybe Lesser Armenia. I don't know, though, because the crusade is going to be coming. So any territory that I take, I will need to be ready to give up, right, pretty soon. Alright, we've got a spear there. We've got a spear here. So we'll bring one down. And I think I bring all you guys down here, and that's going to be fine. Right? I mean, maybe we could take Anatolia back. Okay. All right. Here's what it is. I'm going to leave a unit here. Just any old thing to get me up to 100 men. Okay, something that's ideally something that's not super necessary. Let's like leave you. We're going to have to leave these 60 Ottoman infantry for now. I like the Ghazis, so I'll keep them. Okay, what else? Dribs and drabs. We got you, we got you. I do want to bring the Naphtha throwers. And here we'll leave the 29. We'll leave the 15, the 12, and the 36. That's 120 men. Here we go. Everyone comes down into Syria. All of that should easily be enough to sort of force them to retreat. And then I think I will bring the Sultan down, yeah. You know, sort of second-guessing myself because we may be actually fighting very soon. But we take Syria, we can then move back up and take Rum next turn, right? It's not that big of a deal. And when the French, you know, come down here at some point, they're going to be really throwing a lot of things into confusion. The other issue is Greece. Oh, and the Horde has re-emerged somewhat in Wallachia. Are we at war with them? We are not currently. Okay. We stopped sharing a border, and we did the automatic peace out, but they must have, you know, sometimes rebellions join nearby factions, and I think this is what happened in this case. Obviously, they were Mongols at one point. Makes sense. This may be their final place, because it looks like the Polish are not going to lose Moldavia. All right, we know we're going to get Constantinople back next season. What can we do to potentially get Greece back? The thing that I'm sort of disappointed in is I would think that I'd be able to see ships. But maybe I just can't, or maybe all these ships disappear when it's my turn, because I definitely saw a boat in the water here when the Egyptians attacked Nicaea. Regardless, we got plenty of time. All right, so for Greece, we've got spearmen and we've got handgunners, and I really feel like we only need another couple units to take this back. If we leave Bulgaria and get it back later, right? I think that's going to be the move. So let's leave you here, and we got some peasants, we got some small-time stuff. Alright, let's do that. Loyalty low, but it's still enough to keep things relatively happy. Hopefully we just eject the Italians. This is a much tougher campaign than I anticipated. And now we're in debt. Well, it makes sense because we lost a lot of territory. And of course, the French go to Trebizond. Okay, we sally in Greece. We outnumber them 2-1. They've got chivalric knights and they've got chivalric sergeants, but thank God. Okay, we win that. We retake Greece. We retake Constantinople. Rum, the Egyptians withdraw. Okay. And Trebizond, retreat to the stronghold. Syria. And we get ransom from the Italians. Okay, these are Italian-style names. So this must be all of those, the chivalric knights and so on. That's quite a hefty ransom, which is really good. Okay, unfortunately, Anatolia and Nicaea are still under siege by the Egyptians. And how did we lose? So, This is probably when it was held by the French. They may have had a spy in here or something. That's very unfortunate. Okay, did we just say that Sultan Murad? No, okay, that was Prince Selim, who is a drunkard. Yes, often drunk. -1 command, -1 acumen. But let's sort of pause for a moment, because Sultan Murad I, we're kind of role playing these guys, right? So with Osman I, he was a skilled attacker and then a builder. So with him, we were playing him aggressive. Sultan Murad I guess he could continue to do that. Great warrior and a hedonist. So he may want to get into the thick of things. He doesn't necessarily need to be so aggressive, but he will be someone who likes to build comfort-style buildings, right? So any chance we get to, you know, to get stuff that seems a little seedy or a little soft, we'll build those types of things for him. Okay, but his influence is growing as we're retaking some of our provinces, I guess. All right, we'll continue to move you back. And yeah, we're really not doing too great at building in Constantinople. Of course, we just got it back. But look at this. Look at this, 2 full stacks. That's like 1,400 men. Right outside Constantinople. Okay. So, unfortunately, we're not going to be conquering the Egyptians quite yet, because we need to get back over here and retake our own stuff. Let's just kind of wreck them, though. Let's go to Edessa, right? Because going to Edessa, it feels like it's farther away, but it's about the same, right? It's the same in terms of numbers of moves. Actually, it'd be faster to go to Rum, then Anatolia, then Nicaea. I guess that's what we could do, or maybe what we have to do. Yep, let's do that. Go out of Syria, back to Rum, and then we're going to move back yet again. And the trick here is that we don't have like anything built to produce stuff yet. I think I will move you back over to Rum. We may lose Armenia again as they conquer this and move back up north. And because we don't have these places, we're not training units. And we didn't have money. That's the other thing. We did not have any money. Fair enough. All right, let's see what the odds are of assassinating a bishop. I'll take it. Honestly, the assassins are not my main thing at the moment. We'll just try to get some experience for them. And what else do we do here? I guess we can't do anything. We're probably going to lose Nicaea. Yeah, we're going to, unless they move out. But we can at least save Anatolia. Jeez. Well, I'm also realizing we may have to fight the French in Trebizond, or in Rum, because they're possibly going to move down to Rum from Trebizond on their way to Antioch. Oh gosh. Okay, good. They went to Armenia. Fine. We'll lose that. Egyptians are really moving guys around. Okay, we failed to take him out, but yes, Armenia is invaded. We will abandon the province. Actually, no. I will automatically resolve the defense. So at least we killed 19 of them. And Trebizond is conquered. Okay. Yes, we've got that back. Very nice. I don't think we need to worry about paying for those men. It's only 11 of them, and we have hardly any money left. All right, Syria's about to fall. They didn't do anything. Okay, Anatolia's about to fall. Nicaea's about to fall. And Orhan matures. Where is he? He's probably in Syria. Okay. Oh, this is such bad timing. So 1350 is the year homelands and conquest points are counted. Now let's see how we've actually done, because we'll take a look at our goals here. But we scored 4 points. That's not great, but I think that's because we got Rum. Rum is our only homeland province currently, but that may change. Our goals may change. So let's see. Okay, Turkish Empire is still showing Nicaea and Anatolia, Serbia and Greece. Homelands are still Rum, and we're still getting a 1-for-2 ratio on conquest. So in terms of overall points, not doing too bad. We are quite a bit behind Russia, though. Or they're already more than twice ahead of us. And you can see they get a lot of points for having Muscovy, and they get a ridiculous number of points for conquering provinces. And they've got the whole north to themselves at this point, I think. All right, so they are a big threat. We'll deal with them at some point. We've got time to turn and deal with them. Bigger problems. Well, the Egyptians are a concern. Of course, we're fighting them. So if we can't solve this problem, it's game over anyway, right? So we'll just worry about that as it comes. Germany is surprisingly strong here. They're getting credit for the Hanseatic League, and they've got all of their homelands except for Livonia, which makes sense because that's like way up here. It'd be surprising if they had that. They've also managed to conquer at least 3 provinces, so they've got some conquest points. So they're in really an oddly strong position. And the Italians are doing well. They do not have a great return on conquest, but they're taking some stuff off of us, and you can see they're building up in Croatia too. So Poland, I'm not too worried about. Spain could be a problem. Aragon and Hungary, though, really not a concern. Okay, so we may very well lose Nicaea. About to fall. So yeah, if we don't sally like now, and or bring some troops in, but really the only provinces that neighbor it are Trebizond, which has nobody, and Constantinople, which also has basically nobody. And I don't think Constantinople trained anything last turn. Yeah, we've got money problems. Fortunately, I guess we're building in Greece. This is actually going to be very nice. Farming is generally really good in most provinces. Certainly the first tier is almost always worth it. And we're building farming up in Croatia too, or Serbia. So that's costing us 1,000. That's why we are losing so much cash. Well, that and losing territory. Okay, but the good thing about this is that now the crusade can go down to Syria and down to Antioch. It looks like either we or the French are possibly gonna conquer Syria, but here, oh, we've got a heartbreaking opportunity here, and that is to take out Sultan Muhammad II, 42 years old, by pushing him out of Lesser Armenia and either taking Lesser Armenia or potentially grabbing him for some ransom. But we need to save Anatolia and then sweep over to Nicaea. The thing about it is, oh, and this guy's all of a sudden happy with us again. We gave him titles, that's what it is. 4 loyalty for governor of Constantinople. Wow. All right, so I'm going to send him in, actually. So we're going to send him over, and we don't really have that many other people. We've got spears we could throw over. We've got a few just dribs and drabs up here, but really nothing that great. Maybe I should keep him then. He's loyal. He's in Constantinople currently. We should probably move him up to Bulgaria. And I'm afraid to move these units because of all of this nonsense. And they're not getting support either. But I'm also afraid to move units from Greece because apparently we can get stricken from across the sea. Now I'm seeing a ship here, but no other ships anywhere on the board except for the one I've built at the Sea of Marmara. Now I don't know if this is really the only ship that's around, or if there are other ships here, but I can't see them for other reasons. Like, maybe I can only see a ship that I'm next to with my own ship, or I just don't know. So, like, what I should be doing now is, like, taking these guys out of Greece and, moving units up here or something, right? Because that would kind of make sense. Or, like, here. And maybe that will work, but it's a little scary, right? All right, what are you doing? You're going to Serbia? Yeah, okay, we'll allow you to continue that move. Okay. So over here, pains me, but I think we may want to just ignore Lesser Armenia, this tempting target. We got to go back to Anatolia. So we will leave, let's see, where's my trash stack? This one right here. It's got a 3-star general, but we'll take you and you out of it. Add you to this stack here, and then everyone else come with a Sultan. I mean, what I could do is this, and then the 2 of you go over here, right? Or maybe just 1 stack, and then I move another stack to Edessa. I don't know that I want to get too aggressive down here. We got to see what the French are going to do. All right, Italians make a predictable move into Serbia. Or Croatia, and then now Greece. Okay, we actually assassinated a bishop. Fantastic. We've got a single star on that assassin now. And Serbia is invaded, but we outnumber them almost 3-1. I mean, a lot of that is urban militia, but let's automatically resolve the province here. We also do outcommand them. Automatically resolve the defense. Victory. Very good. It's a pretty good ratio. Okay, Lesser Armenia, they just withdraw. That means we take it. Oh, yes. 1325. We did need that. Okay. And Anatolia, they retreat. We conquer it. We lost Syria because the French have it now. Oh, wait. Wait. No, okay. I guess the French will have pillaged a mosque that we did not build. And bandits. Okay, I'll take it. Russian Grand Prince has died from an illness. Nicaea has fallen. But now we've got troops over there to deal with that situation. Okay. Let's check out our new goals, if any. Turkish Empire, nope, all of that is the same. We've now added Bulgaria to our list of homelands, so that's going to get us some extra points. That's very interesting, isn't it? That at this point in the campaign, only Rum and Bulgaria are counted as homelands of the Turks. I mean, I get it because, you know, by this time I think the Ottomans were on the western side of the Straits of the Bosporus, right? But I don't know that they were up in Bulgaria. Regardless, I'll take it. I need points, and then we've got to get Nicaea back for a nice 3. Otherwise, conquest points look the same. Okay, what we can do now, see, he's losing influence too, and we're gaining it. We're now back up to 7 for Sultan Murad I. I think I want to push this. Well, actually, he's going to get pushed out by the French, isn't he? 1396, 508. He's probably going to get kicked out of there. I don't want to fight the French. So let's go for Edessa. I'm thinking that there may be an opportunity for the Sultan to retreat this way. He may not. But if he does, that would be great, wouldn't it? We could just grab that province and grab the Sultan's ransom with very little trouble. Now, we are not training anything. Nothing at all is being trained, and this is very upsetting to me. We've got all this on AutoCalc, right? Yes, auto-train units. But for whatever reason, I don't think anything is being trained. So we've got to do what we can with what we have, I guess. I guess that is the lesson. Let's take you down to Lesser Armenia. You'll go over here. 77 men should be enough. And we've already got watchtowers. I don't know that I want to build a fort, but maybe I should. I should probably do that. The Sultan is technically there, so we can force a build. And what do we have here, actually? 389 and 392. He's natural leader plus 2 morale, but minus 3 morale for being a good runner. This is Prince Ali. I've got some good units. I've got 594, so this might actually not be the easy thing that I've been expecting. Let's just see what comes of it. Because what may happen is some of these units may move around to try to take back Syria or to reinforce Antioch. So you just never know. Here, though, we've got 100 spearmen. It's time to take Nicaea. All right, and here, actually, do I want to move you down this way? And maybe spare a unit like that? Let's do it. I can see the Italians moving in more men, and these units are a little troubling. But if we don't need it, we can move a stack back to the west. Okay. Alright, that's Hungary moving in. There goes the French into Antioch, but it looked like the Egyptian Sultan was moving as well. We're going to have to just retreat to the stronghold. Yeah, only 73 men. This guy, unfortunately, is not going to be very happy with this at all. Okay, we get Edessa, but I don't think we get it outright. Oh, we do. Okay. And the Nicaeans retreat, and we pillage a bunch of stuff. Unfortunately, this was stuff that we had built, and the Egyptians retreat out of Antioch. Okay. The Swiss leader has been captured and executed. He has no heirs, and his forces have degenerated into minor factions. They no longer present any real threat. It always feels so momentous when you get a faction-eliminated message in this game. So that means I think the Germans are doing pretty well. But it looks like the French are doing well too, as we can see. They've taken Antioch. It looks like they've kept the castle here. But good news for us. All of this maneuvering has caused a civil war to erupt. I believe a civil war in the ranks of the Egyptians. So let's check that. Serbia, we've got our improved farmland built. That's great. We've got farmland in Trebizond. Theodore Dalasina is a charismatic leader. He must have been the Byzantine cavalry unit we bribed at the beginning of the campaign. And Emir Shah is a steward. So this is a trait that you can get by building farming upgrades. So I guess we've been doing that around the world, really. All right, and yes, indeed. Again, we get the Turkish Empire. Great. Again, not that that matters that much. We need to get Bulgaria back. And gotta be kind of tricky. I guess we've got to throw everything into it. We are training stuff again in Serbia, but not everywhere. We got peasants in Constantinople. All right. Okay, how about this? We did get Edessa. That's pretty sweet. But we're still at war with the French. I'd like a ceasefire with them. But I don't have an emissary, or an imam, or aliyam, or anything like that. So we're just going to have to maybe deal with the French the old-fashioned way, but let's just check what this is. Yes, it is indeed a civil war. Very good news for us. So also, the Egyptians may decide to take back Antioch. So I'm going to wait. I'm not going to be too aggressive against Egypt just yet. I think in the interest of, I don't know, just preservation here, I'm going to move my Sultan out of Edessa. Actually, we could probably... Maybe we could do it, right? We leave a unit behind here. Like, let's leave the Turkoman foot soldiers. Still got plenty of archers. Got handgunners, actually. But with these two units... Okay, that's 600. That's another, let's say, almost 600. So, like 1,100, 1,150. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12. So it's close numbers. But yeah, looking at some of these things: Knights Templar, Teutonic Sergeants, Chivalric Sergeants, Arbalesters, Chivalric Men-at-Arms. And then here, you know, it's less good in some of these stacks. There's some peasants and urban militia. Let's wait. Let's just wait. If we get counterattacked by Egypt, though, I don't want my my Sultan to bear the brunt of that. So let's put like a unit of spearmen in Edessa. I don't want to lose Lesser Armenia, so maybe I'll just move want to be in a position to take Armenia, but let's keep our units together right here, and then we'll bring even the handgunners down as well. We'll probably need to move some men over to Trebizond also. Let's take you. Actually, I guess that's fine. And yes, let's bring you guys up from Nicaea. We'll bring the peasants down to Constantinople. All the army guys go up towards Bulgaria, which we're going to retake. Maybe not this turn, but maybe the next. I don't know if they're going to assault this season. If they do, we lose it, right? Because just numbers are going to defeat us. I think we keep everybody here. Training stuff again. And we do one more turn. Now, the king was in Edessa, so what do I want to build? You know, I think it would be nice to have some cav. Like some fast cav. So let's go with Ottoman Spahi. And as well in Edessa. Well, he's a hedonist, right? I mean, a tavern might be nice, but he's also a great warrior. It would probably make sense to get going on town watch stuff. Alright, last turn, I promise. I just want to see what the French are going to do. We get another Italian attack into Serbia. See, they keep trying us, keep seeing what's going to happen. These are like feints. They're not sending all of their stuff together. We'll auto-resolve this, but yeah, I just don't like the look of these units. They're all upgraded too. I mean, if they had good generalship and a few more men, that would be bad. We'll auto-resolve this, and yes, we'll win. Quite a nice ratio, and we'll raise a bit of money. Siege in Bulgaria, good. We'll counterattack next season from Constantinople. And Sepahis, great. No attacks anywhere. Looks like the Egyptians were busy resolving their civil war. And it doesn't look like they've gathered to deal with Antioch. So maybe that's our next move. Since it doesn't look like the Egyptians are going to be in position to be sending naval invasions our way. I think that's what we're going to do now. We're going to gather our men, leave behind... I always wish there was more junk in a way, but let's bring you down, and everyone else, literally everyone else, goes into Antioch. We're going to take back Antioch. And we'll even bring the Sepahis as well. Leave the spearmen right there. Lesser Armenia is still building that fort, so all is good up there. Problem, though, Georgia's going on a castle kick. That's probably why we were broke a little while back. I mean, it's not a bad build, but it just, it'd be nice to have other stuff up there. Okay, the thing we absolutely don't want to forget is this, to get out of the Bulgaria siege that we're in. And, after a little while here, we could be able to push back into Croatia and maybe even Hungary. So that's all going to be in the future. So hopefully you've enjoyed this episode here. It feels like we're a lot farther behind than I was expecting at this point. But obviously that big Egyptian incursion from the sea, they were not screwing around. And I think it was a good thing we attacked them when we did, even though we sort of, 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Because just seeing their naval capability meant they had the funds, right? They had the funds, they were getting trade and economy buildings in place, no doubt, and they had the men to throw around. So fortunately, I think the crusade helped in a way because it just sowed that much more chaos into the Egyptian territory, and we were able to bounce back from it, and, well, they had a civil war. Now, that's not the end of them, for sure. This could become Egyptian if we don't take it relatively soon. So we'll have to give some thought to that. But in the meantime, thanks for joining me, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, take care.